Hello. Hello. Hey everybody. Hi everybody. Hello, it's me again. I'm here today to hopefully start a new show that I'm gonna have on this channel, hopefully every week, if I can make that happen. Like an escape from the news. It's gonna be like a fake news, for lack of a better word, segment where I'm just gonna share like fun stuff that I found on the internet this week. There will be no mention of Donald Trump except at the beginning of each episode when I mention Donald Trump, and then there will be no more mention of politics for the rest of the episode. And then I'm just gonna do that and then share like fun stuff that I saw on the internet that I think will hopefully make people chuckle or maybe just brighten your day a little bit. Anyways, so I've got my laptop here and I'm gonna read some stuff out and hopefully throw some stuff up on the screen. Okay. The first thing I found that I really enjoyed this week was a new bad lip reading video they did. And they did it of Mark Zuckerberg at his little, I don't know, trial, questioning, whatever you would like to call what happened to him. So he did a lot of funny stuff while he was there. If you haven't seen any of the other bad lip reading videos, highly recommend. But this one, because of its current relevance, was quite funny to me. So I will show you a couple clips of the funniest parts that I found in that video, and I will link the whole video in the description box below.
We'd like you to make a little smile just to show that you can. Oh, good heavens, that's just horrible. Stop that. Lift your hand out like this, boy. Swing it out like this. You think it's hard? Believe me, I could hold a hand in the air all day. Sorry, kid, I forget your name.
Bojang Bugami. That kind of reminds me of how I knew Einstein back when I was just a kid. And I would go to his apartment, and the dude had a green beanbag. I wish that was right. Good hang, buddy. Cool hang.
Yeah, so it was really funny. I liked it a lot. That's it. The next thing I saw, which was another video, was this epic video by Jenna Marbles this week where she did her makeup to like transform her face into a dog, her dog, and then she sat next to her dog with her dog, and they looked like she did such a good job on this one. It was insane and hilarious, and she looked like...
The internet has done it. The internet has created a combination of my two favorite things in the world. It's when people transform themselves into their dog. How did I fuck up already? Now I need my wig and my stare mitt. Wait, can you zoom in? I feel like I can see that, but I'm freaking out right now. What the Oh my god! Julian! What have I done? I've reached my final form.
You wanna go? This is so weird. What the fuck? What the fuck is this?
Well, this was this.
Yeah, to watch the whole video, she's just a funny person, so that would be a fun time probably for you as well. But if not, just lock that away in your memory as either something that is almost creepy or hilarious, depending on how you feel about it. So next, I just wanted to read out. There was like a Tumblr stories that will make you laugh article that I found, and I'm just gonna read some of the ones out that I thought were the funniest. I'll try and do a little bit of a dramatic reading, and you can pretend that this is news from last week, even though who knows when they're actually from. Alright, so the first one on this list was someone on Tumblr asked them to like, tell me a secret. And this person typed, one time during class, my drama/English teacher, who's a devout vegan and all about not killing any animals, accidentally stepped on a ladybug. He froze up, slowly cradles it in his hands, and he was so heartbroken he started to quote Hamlet. But this guy then adds, I didn't have the heart to tell him that it was actually just a red M&M. Alright, this one is someone remembering a time in 7th grade where they met a guy, don't remember exactly how, but somehow in their head they came to the conclusion that this guy's name was Steve. Every time they saw Steve, they called Steve, Steve. He responded, and that just reinforced the idea that this guy was Steve. Then, on the last day of school, I went to say goodbye to him because he and his family were moving out of state. I then said something like, bye, Steve. And he responded, bye, my name's Michael. And then they never saw him again. There's a funny parenting one. A friend of mine just messaged me and said, I fucked up. I was doing math with my son and I told him to hold up 11 fingers. He then started to panic and I didn't realize why until he screamed, Mom, I only have 10! This is something that might happen to me, or maybe even my mom. This one time I ran a red light on mistake and didn't notice it was red until too late, so then I just ran the red light, screeching like an angry pterodactyl the entire time. A cop was at the intersection, so he pulled me over, he came up to my window, and he was just wheezing, laughing, half bent over, laughing so hard. He said, okay, so I know you ran the red light and that's really bad and you should never do it again, but I'm not going to give you a ticket because that was the funniest thing I've ever seen and my partner can't even get out of the car because he's laughing so hard he's about to pee himself. He had forgotten that his window was open and as he ran the red light, the cop car just heard him like screeching the entire way through the intersection. And then he concludes with, and that's how I got out of a ticket for running a red light. Oh, that's a good one too. I just remembered this time I was telling a story to a friend and it was clear she wasn't listening to me. So I started making up this huge gruesome story about a cult murder I'd witnessed while she sat there nodding along to my dramatic moral struggle about whether or not I should come forward. And then I looked over to see the table next to us looking utterly horrified. And long story short, that's why you should never forget that other people have ears. Right, so I'm walking home and I see this guy rolling a cigarette under a street lamp and he clicked his lighter and the fucking street light went out. I stopped in my tracks and stared at this guy who looks up to me and then to his lighter and as if he's as surprised as I am. And then he takes his thumb off the trigger and the street light turns back on. He gave me the most surprised look of anyone ever and then shouted, "Later, muggles," and fucking ran off. I gotta wonder if that one's like a staged thing. He's like rigged it up somehow and just does that for fun sometimes. Or like a candid camera sort of situation, I don't know. My parents and I were watching The Hobbit. They both fell asleep, so I stopped the movie and started Return of the King about halfway through. And when my dad woke up, he looked at me with this horrified expression and said, "What day is it?" I'm sitting in the parking lot at McDonald's and some country bumpkin guy leans out the window of his ugly ass truck and yells, "Hey girl, you're looking hot, can I tap that?" And I accidentally yelled, "Sorry, you have to have at least 10 teeth to ride this ride." And the guy in the car next to me is like crying. Why did I say that? Alright, that's it for that article. There's a couple more comics I might throw in there. There's one, I'll put it up here, I guess. There's a new update, but there are a few unsaved projects. And you were gone for like 5 minutes now. may I update and restart anyway? And then he just shouts, I'll take that as a yes. Accurate. Alright. Why do people do that in YouTube videos? Yeah. Okay. What? Now I'm just Little John. Okay, so subscribe to see more shit videos like this. Hoping to do this little fun segment every week. We will see if that is possible for me with my filming, editing, time allotment at the moment. So yeah, catch you next time, and bye. Bye. I don't know what a good way to do that is. It's always gonna be dumb. Alright, fair take.